Have you been trying to activate your glute medius muscle for hip impingement? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you one of the best exercises that we use, a little spin on an exercise that you may already know, just to make it so it really works the area that you're intending to, and you don't waste your time just doing reps and sets for no real change at all. I'm Sebastian at Performance Place Sports Care, part of locally world famous chiropractors in Costa Mesa, California. This is part of the hip impingement series that we're doing on YouTube. We have questions that we've answered, we have exercises and stretches. We've also shown how to even roll in bed so it doesn't hurt your hip, positions to make your pain go away, and so on. So please take advantage of all the resources we have on YouTube. They're free. We also have a webinar on the corner too, which covers diagnostic categories of hip and groin pain that I'm pretty sure most people watching have never heard of before. So it's completely free, 20 minutes long. It'll wow you. If you ever want help, we're here to help too. So an exercise that many of you have already been told to do is called a clamshell. In my opinion, clamshells can be helpful, but also how people do them is really poor, and they just get other things to work. All right. And the simple term, it may seem really seem logical to say, but if we're trying to challenge the glute medius, where should you feel the exercise? In the glute medius. If you don't feel it there and you feel it somewhere else, like your low back or your hamstring or the front of your hip, this is an exercise that may not work well for you, or it's one that is too hard, or it's one that you should change how you do it somehow. And we're going to change how we're doing this one today. Also, if you don't feel this exercise do anything for you because it's so darn easy, make the exercise harder. Progressing corrective exercise is something we work with here at Performance Place. We give you the hardest thing that you can do well. The point is to make your body adapt, all right? So here's the clamshell version that I like to do, and I like to have people do it in the bed because you'll get facilitation of both glute mediuses at the same time. And so we're going to go into this tucked position here. You're going to take your hand and you're going to push your shoulder underneath your body. Get a pillow. I don't have one, so I'm going to go like this, but your hand should be here. Okay? And you're going to bring your knees stacked in front of you. And then what we're going to do is I want you to, this point and this point, we're going to roll our body towards those points. And then pause here. First, we're going to assess. We can use exercise as an assessment too. Do you feel groin pain in this position? If so, come back, bring your knees down, create a little space underneath your body at all times, like there's a little smoldering fire, and you're going to bring your knee down towards the bed, and you're going to bring your hand down towards the bed and stay. For most people, this works out well as a compensation, and also you can see my back foot's kind of picked up off the ground here, okay? So here's what we're going to do with this rolling pattern version of a clamshell. We're going to go into the position. Up here, it's almost like you're in Vegas and you're sliding the cards towards the player. Okay, we're going to go here, and then we're going to lift. Okay. I can already feel my butt cheek here. I can already feel my left side butt cheek as well, or my downside butt cheek. And I can feel it even more if I roll more, like I'm pushing the cards more towards the player. And I roll back and take a break. So you're going to create space, roll, reach the knee, push the cards, and then do the dance. Okay? Most of you probably won't last any more than maybe 30 seconds doing that. If you don't feel anything, you need to be coached on it, because it's the leverage doesn't lie on that one. You got a long lever right here, and it's a long moment arm for the glute med. So it's going to have to work at some point. If not, your loads may be going somewhere else, hamstring, or some other type of muscle is really helping out with the activity. So this is one way to activate your glute medius that we really like here at Performance Place, but there's endless variations to things. I'd say we have probably 10 different exercises that we can use to get the same job done. Some standing, seated. I've even shown some in geriatric clinics where everyone is seated, and we do the same. We do a similar version to get the glute meds going to improve walking. And so there's various different ways to do it. And if this one version doesn't work for you, contact us and let's find a way that we can actually get one to work for you. Okay, it should be hard, it should burn, but it should be doable. All right, you should have no symptoms, no increase in symptoms when you're doing it. If that is the case, this is the wrong exercise, it's the wrong coaching strategy, or it's the wrong variation of it. Okay, but you shouldn't push through pain. If you're pushing through pain, you're more deeply ingraining a movement compensation, and you're putting pressure on a sensitive structure which wants the pressure off of it. That's the whole thing with what hip impingement is. It's a pressure of one thing onto another. It's a pinch point. So subscribe to the channel, watch the playlist that we have available for you on hip impingement, and reach out. As you can see on this video here, we can give you exercises to do without actually being with you. But it's always best to come in person. We live in Southern California. It's typically very sunny here, but we have June gloom right now. But it's nice. We're really close to the beach. Take a vacation. Some people go to Disneyland. Let us assess you and let us figure out what's going on so we can better suggest what you can actually do. All right, let's avoid surgery. Let's avoid medication. Let's get you back to activity because that's what most people want. They want an uninhibited life. We'll see you next time. Take care.